week 13, day 3 of Ironman and weight training, arms and a run. So I went over my overall like Ironman training plan a little while ago. If you didn't see it, it's 5 workouts, just Ironman training, 5 workouts. It's 2 runs, 2 bikes, and 1 swim per week, every week, right? That's the goal at least. Last week I didn't hit that, but you know, that's what I'm striving for. And the idea there is to have 1 really big run every week and then 1 maintenance run every week, right? So 1 big run, like last week, my big run was a half marathon, and then the maintenance run was like the 2 or the 3 miles, 4 miles. I forget what I did in the middle of last week, but just a smaller run to keep you warm, keep your legs moving, make sure you're not backtracking throughout the week, right? It's the same idea with the bike. A big bike on the weekends, and then a shorter 15, 20 miler sometime during the week, just kind of staying warm, keeping your legs on the bike, you know, not falling off, anything like that. So the most important things with the whole training is getting the big runs in for me, it's the end of the week, right? So as long as I get that half marathon, the 50-mile bike rides, the 55-mile bricks where I do a 50-mile bike and a 5-mile run, those things, as long as I do those every week, I see that as a successful week for Ironman training, right? If I miss a couple of the smaller maintenance runs or maintenance swims in the middle of the week, that's okay. It's not a huge deal if I miss a 4 or 5 mile run, right? With my schedule, and last week before, I've missed a run, I've missed a bike, things like this. I'm not too stressed about that because I'm getting the big runs and big bikes in on the weekends. And in my head, obviously this is my first Ironman, so half Ironman. So I've never done this training before, but in my mind, as long as you get those big weekend runs and bikes and swims in, you're good. Like if you just did that every single weekend, you got a big swim, a big run, and a big bike, and you didn't do anything else throughout the middle of the week, I think you'd be okay for a half Ironman. I'm not gonna say for a full Ironman because it's probably a different ball game, but for a half Ironman, if you only did 1 swim, 1 bike, and 1 run every week, and each week you up the mileage, and by the time you get to the Ironman, you're running a half marathon, you're biking 50 miles, and you're swimming a mile and a half, you're fine. Even if you don't put them all together and get all these small little ticky-tack shit in the middle, I think you'll be 100% ready to go for that half Ironman. So, with that being said, what made me think to say that is last night my swim was pretty, I don't want to say poor. It was the best. I did the best I could with what I had. I couldn't use the big 25-yard pool. And so we just had to go back to the hotel with that little 10-yard fucking pool and get a swim in there, which is, you get like 3 or 4 strokes in and you're at the other side of the pool and what are you doing, big guy? We will be getting 2 swims in this week, and I'll probably only be getting 1 bike in this week because I don't get my bike still in the shop and I won't get it back until tomorrow. So we'll probably just get 1 bike. I would like to get a couple runs in though. And yeah, I feel like the Ironman training, I need to be better about filming that stuff because I feel like most of the videos is mostly me in the gym, right? Which is not even really the main point of these videos. I want to get up more of the Ironman training. So I've been really good about the runs and filming all the runs. The bikes are a bit tougher because, just getting a video on a bike and talking to the camera and everything else, I just need to be better about that. And then swims, I've just recently started filming swims because I wasn't a huge fan of setting up my camera on the side of the pool, but I was gonna bite the bullet and do that every time now. So I was gonna quickly wrap it up. With all that said, we'll go ahead and get started with arms, starting with triceps as usual. And yeah, we'll see you in the gym. I still don't have a mic because I broke my one yesterday. I won't get a new one until next week. I've ordered it already. But until then, we'll be doing voiceovers. I don't like that format quite as much, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'll see you guys at tricep pushdowns. Let's get it done. All right, so like I said, once again doing voiceovers today. First movement, as usual for arms, we got the cable tricep pushdowns. I didn't video the entire set here. I think you could have just seen right there that I did make a little cut. I think it was somewhere like 14 to 16, something like that. Also, I apologize. You can hear me getting my coffee out of the microwave. Okay, anyways. It's the second set. This is the funniest shit. This had me cracking up. This lady had no idea I was filming until I think right now she turns around and she's like, oh shit. You can see me try not to smile right there. I ended up afterwards just like chatting with her a little bit. You can see me going to talk to her. She was actually super, super fucking sweet. I apologize for having my thing in her way. But yeah, on to the next. We got the overhead cable tricep push. Again, just hitting the triceps in the lengthened position, absolutely amazing. And finish off with this overhead dumbbell tricep push, very, very similar to the last movement. Just trying to mix it up here. That first movement, that cable tricep push down, I did 5 sets there, so that was about half of my tricep workout was that first movement. And same thing with biceps. About half of my bicep workout is this preacher curl movement here. So there was about 5 sets here, and then we have 2 to 3 sets at the next 2 movements. Absolutely love this movement. Completely isolates your biceps, keeps you from swinging, makes sure that stability, make sure that your form is good. And I didn't go super heavy on the weight. I kind of just made sure that my form was solid and repped it out until just about failure. Once again, I didn't video the entire sets just because, without me talking during the sets, it's kind of like, why put the entire thing, Here we got the just dumbbell curls, the fucking go-to movement for biceps. You can't beat this. It's a classic for a reason. Absolutely perfect biceps. And yeah, I just did alternating reps just about until failure. And finally, to finish off some cable curls. And by this point in the movement, I brought down the weight a little bit on these cable curls. And because my biceps were already pretty pumped, and then just rep this one out till failure. And yeah, that's basically all we got today for arms. I believe I'm about to cut back to the car and go get a run done. I've hit arms to completion. It's a weird fucking way to say it, but we did. Arms are done. They are finished. It was a good arm day when you try and touch your shoulder. It's gonna come across really douchey. It looks like I'm just flexing. You try and touch your shoulder, you can't quite grab it. You know what I mean? Normally you can just fucking reach over, grab your shoulder. But then when you hit arms, it's you can just barely get the fingertips on there. You know what I'm talking about? I might have to cut that out because I might come across super douchey. But try it. Grab your fucking shoulder right now, then go hit biceps and try it again. If you can still touch your shoulder super easily after biceps, you need to hit biceps harder. Speaking of, I think literally half the workout was, it's called preacher curls. I did 5 sets of preacher curls and then 5 sets at tricep push downs. Why did I hit those so much more than everything else? Because those give me the best pump and I feel like work my arms the best. So I'm gonna hit them more than everything else. But yeah, 10 sets of tries and 10 sets of buys. Nothing crazy. Now it's time to go home. Go back to the hotel and get my 3-mile run in. And then we've got line dancing tonight. And I get to meet my girlfriend's sister, which is also extremely exciting. A little nervous for that, but I think the run will work out the nerves. Also, it's funny, sometimes in the gym, I'll get in there and listen to screamo or some hardcore rock or hardcore, Buffalo Farm, We Are the Flesh, fucking Tough Psycho 2, just angry music, Some days it's not like that. Today, I just had it on shuffle on all my songs. Adele came on, and I was like, you know what? I'll rock some fucking Adele. What's the song called? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? That song came on. I hit triceps to that song and never felt better, if I'm being completely honest. Might have to start rocking Adele more often. My buddy back home, Jeremy, he's a fucking psycho because he would listen to audiobooks while he lifted, which I could probably do nowadays, but that was back when we were first in the gym, all getting hype and listening to crazy stuff and whatever. And one day my headphones died and I was like, yo, Jeremy, let me get one of your AirPods. We'll just listen to the same songs together. It'll be fine. And I put it in and he's listening to a financial book, or Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's what it was. He was listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad while we were lifting. It's what the fuck are you doing here, bud? It's the wildest shit. But honestly, if you're trying to be productive, that's a good fucking way to do it. All right, I'm gonna stop ranting now. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video because we still have a 3-mile run. I would have run on the treadmill in there, but fuck running on the treadmill if there's a spot to run. And I think I've found a spot in Columbia, so we're gonna go check it out and see. Regardless, it's only 3 miles. I'm just gonna hit it probably fairly quick, shoot for 7 30-minute miles, maybe a bit faster. And yeah, and then we'll get out of here. All right, I'll see you at the start of the run. All right, just getting started with the run. Just 3 miles. Looking for 7:30. Not super pressed on it though, just trying to get out and get a run in. We'll see you at mile 1. Mile 1, 7:15. Completely underestimated how sore my legs were, so we're taking a quick walk break. Mile 2, 7:44, which with the walk break is a good pace. That also means my average right now between the 2 miles is almost exactly 7:30, so I need to keep this mile at 7:30 or under. Which means I shouldn't be taking a walk break right now, but we're going to, and then just push real hard on the way home. See you in a mile. Lap 3, 7:47. Overall average pace was a 7:35, so a bit slower, but right there about where we wanted. And with it being a maintenance run and everything, I'm happy with that. It's hot as hell. I got out, I got a run in, and we're good to go. That'll be it for today. I'm not doing another video. Tomorrow will be, let me think here. Tomorrow's gonna be shoulders, and most likely a swim. Hopefully back at the hometown YMCA. So, ready for that. All right, got better today. Better today than we were yesterday. Good shit, team.